The first website you need to know about is PMT. These are the subjects they cover, but I mainly use this website for the sciences. I would use their detailed notes on the website to make my own notes. Their notes are based on the spec, which is the document from exam boards listing everything you need to know. Nearer to exams, I began using the flashcards, because these flashcards are a good way to recap the content. That is because with each card, you're trying to recall the content from memory, and every time you do that, it strengthens that connection in your mind. I actually use these to revise all the topics for my A-level exams, because that way I could quickly see what topics I needed to work on. You could also use the flashcards to structure your revision, since the topics are broken down for you in the flashcards. And probably the best bit about PMT are the questions. They are arranged by topics, so you can be more specific with your revision. I use these questions before end of topic tests to see how well I can recall the information. With both the flashcards and questions, I would recommend you to spend time understanding the answer and adding on anything you have learned from either of these two resources to your revision material. This is how you consolidate any mistakes you make. PMT also has collections of all the past papers, so you can easily access them. I use them to prepare for mocks and the actual exams. The only other subject I used PMT for was GCSE English. They have resources for all these texts, including notes, character profiles, themes, and exam prep, which I recommend you all have a read of. There are some other websites you can use for English as well. One example is AQA English Revision, which shares resources for the following aspects of English. There's plot recaps, character information, themes, context, key quotes, and essay titles. For English, you can also use the mark schemes from past papers to get an idea about what the examiners are looking for. One other website someone in the comments recommended to me was the Light-Up Hub. You do need to pay for most of the resources, but there are free cheat sheets for the following texts, which are just videos going through a few keywords, quotes, and using those for an exam question. I much prefer to use YouTube channels for English though. The videos from the following channels can help you if you don't like reading, and they teach you how to approach questions in both language and literature. Watch all of these channels and pick the ones you like best. For maths, here's a few channels I would use for both GCSE and A-levels. I normally just watch videos on any topics I did not fully understand in a lesson. Also, here's a few channels for GCSE science. I normally watch science videos before an end of topic test, as well as to clarify anything I did not understand in the PMT notes. And here's a few channels for A-level science as well. And now on screen, here are a few YouTube channels I would recommend for other GCSE subjects. Use YouTube videos to clarify anything you do not understand, or use the information in the videos to make revision materials like notes. And two other aspects of YouTube you need to know about are the past paper walkthroughs, because sometimes the mark scheme in past papers do not make sense, and these videos can provide extra explanation so you can improve for next time. The second aspect is to find grade 9/A-star essay examples, so you can find things to use in your own essays. And for maths, resources is a bit different. The main way I revised for maths was by doing questions. The main website I used was Maths Genie. It contains questions for each topic for GCSE and A-level, and it has work solutions and videos if you are stuck on a topic. They also have the following resources which may be useful for you. I also used MME Revise a little bit for some topics in maths, and Corbett Maths as well, which covers everything. There's also Revision World, which has notes for lots of different GCSE and A-level subjects. It has all the past papers as well. I didn't use this at all, but if there is a subject I did not cover, it will likely be covered on this website. And if there was a subject that I missed, then you could search up something like this up on YouTube and see what students would recommend for resources. And before you go, if you're in year 11 or year 13, this video shares 5 things you need to know before revising for mocks and exams.